How about another round for Brewsday Tuesday? Here is Drez and Huck.
Booyakasha! It is Brewsday Tuesday, and we are continuing celebrating Virginia Craft Beer Month with some more Virginia craft beers. Mike from Parkway Brewing Company was kind enough to grace us with his presence. Thanks again for coming in, man.
Not a problem, anytime.
And we drank the Parkway beers. Now we're just going to branch off to other Virginia beers because not only, like I said, Virginia Craft Beer Month, but we got the Virginia Craft Brewers Festival happening this weekend in Charlottesville. So, albeit that it's Charlottesville, I might as well drink a Charlottesville beer, should I not?
Not only that, it's the actual location right across the street from the festival.
From Three Notch?
Yep, right
cool.
across the street.
So you handed me a beer that I'm very interested in trying. Three Notch Brewing Company's Double Dark Chocolate. So it's double dark.
Yeah.
I like double
Pretty
Dutch.
dark.
Biggie S'mores.
Biggie S'mores.
And he was he was a good sized man.
Was he?
Mr. Biggie Smalls it was. I'm assuming that's a pun on it.
Yeah.
Who knows? I'm sure Biggie Smalls and his camp is not in any way affiliated with this beer.
Now, they tried to affiliate him, but apparently that was legally squashed.
I would imagine so.
He came down with all his weight.
Either way, this is an Imperial Stout, which means it's coming in at a nice, hearty 9.7% ABV. So that's what's up.
All right, well, I got a 3-notched as well.
Oh.
And it's named after some guys I knew in college. Minuteman IPA. Oh, that's harsh. Actually, has a picture of a guy, like with a rifle. 7% Huck, a Huck session beer, New England style. Yeah, it's getting there.
So we're doubling down on the 3-notch, but another Virginia craft beer, also in Charlottesville, Star Hill.
Star Hill. Yeah, I got the Hook.
The Hook.
Grapefruit Session IPA.
So there you go.
It's a Mike session beer.
Is it?
Yeah, I like session beers.
An actual session.
It's this weird thing. People don't want to see session on a label anymore.
No.
I kind of like the fact that it's a sessionable
I'm going to throw out, we have a fourth brewery. I'm wearing the Chaos Mountain shirt.
You're getting there, man. I mean, well, there's a bunch of, I guess
there's going to be 90 breweries there.
If I thought more about it, I would have maybe put more thought into my shirt today and thrown one on too.
You
but
got to keep your shirt together.
Well, I figured Mike was going to bring me a Parkway one, so.
Yeah. He
Maybe
brought you
third
beer.
time's a charm.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Maybe I'll actually get a shirt this time around.
He mentioned he lives nearby. We could just run over there and steal some of his.
There we
There you
go.
go,
I
man.
like that idea too. So, all right. So, Charlottesville. I know off the air while Five Finger was playing, we were talking a little bit more about the venue. So it's just a park over there, right?
Right.
And we're focusing on not only the beer and Virginia, but also the brewers. So does you have to be a brewer from each brewery that's there? Like, is that that's the thing?
It's kind of something they encourage. They want to have somebody that can represent the brewery there. And the big thing about it is that you go to most festivals, and the festival have provided volunteers. In this case, the breweries have to pour all their own beer. So
I thought that was a state law thing. They weren't allowed to do that.
The way this one works,
I don't know.
The way this one works, it's about a manufacturer's license, so it changes how the rules work for it. But it makes it so that we have our people serving the beers.
Well, that's good. That's the way it should be.
Most
that's the way
cases,
you'd want it to be.
Yeah, in most cases, it's kind of a big deal. So a lot of breweries bring their whole crew up for it.
Yeah, they bring the A-team. That's why I like this one. I don't go to a lot of festivals anymore. I mean, I really pretty much specialty festivals. I mean, Brewdoo, of course, that's a specialty for me because I live there. But
I met my wife there for the first time.
there you go.
Happy anniversary coming up.
Can I ask you what time of day you met her?
It was early, actually.
Okay, because that's a trick question.
She came over, got my beer, and went over to her friend and says, I'm going to date the guy that made this beer. And they're like, you're drunk.
See, I've heard a lot of good things about being a brewer.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could get some of that.
Well, we met
I did not know
that was the
that.
first in-person meet. We met on Match.com before that.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fair enough. So she was just
It's easy
talking
the
trash
second
to her
time. You don't know
friends.
what you want. You know what you don't want anymore.
Right.
So
Fair enough.
I'm still married to the same one after all
yeah,
these years.
it's been a long time for you, right?
I think it's 36
Yeah.
coming up. Yeah.
And I've been
Yeah, you've never been.
secretly married for 18 years. Okay, back to the beer.
So there's going to be music.
Oh yeah, do we know what bands are playing?
Something Saw. Black Saw. Something Saw. You want me to look it back up?
Good question.
I'll pull it back up. They're also going to have some food. They're going to have
Saw Black.
Saw Black.
Saw Black on the main stage and LB Brass.
Oh, that sounds good.
I mean, if it's a brass band, I enjoy a little bit of brass in my bands. I'm not going to lie.
They're going to teach you how to food and beer garden tent. They're going to pair some food from a chef's perspective. I'd rather pair food from a beer guy's perspective.
So you said this. So this is the 7th one. How many have you been to it like every year?
I've been to 2 of them.
2 of them.
Yeah.
And how many have you been before? You've been to.
This will be the 7th. I've been to 4 of them.
Okay. So tell me a little bit more about it.
Wait.
What
Here's the one.
Sorry,
I got to cut in. The music, I forgot. This is one of the reasons I really want to go this year. Yacht rock. There's going to be some yacht rock.
What's yacht rock?
It's a band's called Three Sheets to the Wind. They wear little hats and like deck shoes. Yeah, I listened to the music. It sounded good. I'm just saying, the yacht rock has sucked me into this.
I think they'll cover I'm on a boat.
Probably.
You're saying yacht rock.
Yeah, I
I've
know.
never heard that defined as a
Look it up. There's YouTubes, as you like to say. There's YouTube videos.
So
out
what
there.
is that? What it for those that
I
are
think it's
listening
kind
right
of
now
like
that have no
like
freaking
beach
idea
music.
what that.
Beach music. Let's just say that, but with a twist. Definitely going to be good.
Ooh, what a twist!
We got the LB Brass main stage, and we got the Saw Black.
Cool.
It's gold classics from the 70s and 80s. That's yacht rock.
That's why you like it.
Of course, because you weren't born yet,
I wasn't aware of music
or
then.
just barely.
I
Sours
wasn't
Garden.
aware of anything.
We got a Sours Garden with a limited lineup of more exotic. You know, I've never heard them call that. We're gonna have some exotic brews. I
feel like
guess
that's-
they'll be wearing like little bikinis
Yeah,
on
one
the
can only
beer
hope.
mug.
No, but seriously, that's one of the things that I feel like I want to explore more. Like, everybody has their styles that they lean towards and like, but it's festivals like this where I need to go into that Sours Garden because Sours is one of those styles that generally I don't lean towards because I feel like I've only found a handful that I like.
No,
But
I'm the same way.
That's when you need to. That's why when you're at a beer fest, you can try a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and you'll be able to find some that you like. I'm sure.
And my wife loves sour beers, so I get sort of pushed into them. But sours were never really a huge thing. The first one I ever had, I think it may have been the very inaugural batch of Beatification from Russian River, and it was tart, and I was like, "Whoa, what is this? It's not beer. Why is this beer? How's this beer?" But they're starting to grow on me a lot more.
Yeah, and that's really what it is the more you drink, the more. I mean, it's just like beer in general. I think most people when they first tried beer, it's an acquired taste.
Well, part of it is it's complicated too. You have like with kettle sours. Mm-hmm. Then you have like Belgian sours, which come from the yeast. You have then there's a third kind. But anyway, you got different kinds. So it's like complicated. Like when I first started my beer career 10 years ago, I was like, I'm not drinking Belgian beers. Belgian beers, I don't want them.
And now it's
like my favorite. So I think I could come around to sours.
The kettle sours are one of the easiest ones for us to do, but even them, when we make kettle soured beer, we brew the first half of the brew day on a Friday. We don't finish it until Monday. And normally in that same Friday, we just pump the beer out and be done.
Right.
But it has to do the souring process, and it takes a couple days.
Right.
Ties up the equipment, does a lot of different things that way.
And it's dangerous to sour stuff. Maybe not that way, but with the yeast, it's dangerous to mix sour beers with your regular beers.
Yeah.
Because then all your beers are sour beers.
Some of the yeasts are they're scary sometimes. So every time we do anything with it, we're like running 180-degree water through everything that touched it for hours in order to pasteurize it and kill it. Because once you get it into something, you can't get rid of it.
You got to play it safe.
There's brewers that won't even run it on the same. They're in the same building. Allagash comes to mind. They have a separate building they brew sour beers in.
Wow. The Chutes is the same way. They package it all in the same building, but they literally tanker truck it up to the outside of the building. They hook it up, and it runs through a flash pasteurizer as it goes in. So nothing lives past that first port.
Good idea.
Maybe that's why you don't see so many sours, because it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And those, the ones that take so long and they use the yeast, it could be 18 months before you get a great beer out of it.
That's true.
And then you may have put 18 months into it. It could be.
And it could suck.
It could be poop.
Drain pour.
Yeah, exactly. So you put barrels and time and all the effort into it, and you got nothing out of it. So it's a huge risk.
That's why if I had a brewer, I'd just make Huck's big ass ale. That's all I make. One kind of beer.
One beer.
You like it? Come get it.
One trick pony.
Cranky.
Just call it that. One trick pony.
One trick pony. Huck's One Trick
Oh, wait, I
Pony.
think that's a band somewhere along the line.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
for sure.
they don't have any money. I've never heard of them. They can't sue me.
So, and getting back to the festival, it's in Charlottesville, which I know is obviously, we're in Hokie country, so we're gonna not hold that the football aspect and college rivalry against them. But
Yeah,
it's
there
a good
hadn't been
beer
much rivalry
It's a
in the
good
last
beer
years.
town. It's a good
Yeah.
beer town, and there's a lot of great breweries there. You got the infamous beer run that, if you are making the trip, you got to hit beer run and bring some good stuff back with you. Either way, it should be pretty good. The IX Art Park, Charlottesville, this Saturday.
1 p.m. for VIP, 2 for general GAs. GAs are 2.
The guys can come in at 2.
Looks like I can come in at 12:30. Media.
Oh, you got the media pass? How'd you get that?
I asked for one.
Oh, you
Then
should
we
ask.
talked about him on the radio
Yeah, you
today.
should ask if I can get one.
We'll see
too.
what I can do.
All
I know
right.
some people, and it ends at 8. That's a long time to be
Yes.
drinking.
Oh,
It's a solid 6 hours of festival. So
So they got Uber.
and one of the things that, all right, and I'm looking at the rundown of this. Like I see, on like a lot of the festivals, it'll say like, it includes a glass and 15 tastings. This one just says you get your glass. So I'm assuming this is one where you can just go around and taste as many beers as you want.
I don't remember there being any limitations.
yeah, no, I don't think any of the ones I've been.
And
have
at the
had.
previous location, which we haven't really mentioned, was actually the Devil's Backbone Festy area.
Yeah.
Okay.
After the festival, everyone took beer back to the tents in the campground.
After
it
party.
was awesome. But
Nice.
I don't know how that's going to work for this one. I wasn't there last year, but we'll find out. If there's beer running around, we're going to chase it.
I don't know.
Because that's what Huck does.
I'm definitely intrigued. I think I might have to hop on the BRV with you and come this weekend.
There you go. I'll see if I can
and
hook you
see
up
what
with a ticket.
See what it's all about. But all right. Well,
We'll use our combined efforts, me and Mike.
we obviously can't wrap up the show without untapping these bad boys. 3 Notch, the closest. Is that fair to say? Closest brewery to the festival.
I think it's
this
across
I think
the
it's
street.
literally across the street,
Literally
yeah.
across the street.
So this is probably the. You think they're going to be there?
Yeah, they're definitely
You think they're
there.
making
yeah.
the trip across the street to the festival?
Yeah, they could be like the guy with the hand truck. But actually what he has to do is has hand truck it onto like a distributor truck.
No, that's the thing about
they
this.
don't?
That's what that whole manufacturer's license does. Some of us used our distributor for it, but if you want to carry your beer directly to it, you can.
They're cool with it?
You give up one of your manufacturer's licenses if you do. Actually, this year they made it so we don't have to do that either.
Yeah, they changed. I saw they
Yeah,
changed
there's some
that law.
changes to the laws about how it works,
it's
and it's
so
good
weird.
because some of
We're
the
going to do a
places.
show about Virginia
We're
ABC
going to have
laws.
to. We have to.
We have
dude.
to do
It's
that.
so ridiculous.
I'll
It
get
is.
you into contact with
You
the
can
guy.
have two
hoops that you're jumping
two
through.
Long Island iced teas with 12 shots of liquor in it, but you can't have 3 shots of liquor in front of you.
Yeah.
Okay, can't have 3 shots, but you can have 2 drinks that contain 12 shots of liquor.
I actually think you can't, but people don't
No,
really
yeah.
look at it that way.
Yeah, I don't think you
I don't
can.
think you can. It's a combined total of what you put into it.
Legally, I don't
Unless
think
they
they're supposed to
changed
make a
it,
mixed
it's the
drink
number
that
of
has.
glasses.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's a whole
Yeah,
nother
that's a
show, like
different
you
story.
said.
yeah, we're going to do it. We're gonna
But yeah, so having this manufacturer's license actually makes a lot of sense because if you're a little tiny place and you're not distributed, it's really hard to get your beers to a festival.
For
Now
sure.
you can literally put it in the back of the truck, carry it right to it,
Which
drop
is
it
the
off.
way
and it's
it
done.
freaking
It
should
be.
be.
Exactly.
Freedom.
Especially for festivals.
Yeah, without a doubt. All right. Let's enough of the, like you said, no politics.
Yeah, I'm going
Let's-
to go.
let's
You
get-
don't want you don't want the libertarian going on
Let's
this.
get back to the beers. And you know what? I'm going to start it off, dude. This Imperial Stout, and it's kind of getting back to what we were talking about with the sours. Like, stout's really not my style, but usually throwing that word Imperial helps. And, of course, the s'mores flavor. This is sweet.
I think you should rap your rating. Wasn't he a rapper?
Biggie Smalls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he was, but this is Biggie S'more.
Okay, fair enough. Then we'll have a little campfire song.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. I think I would have to drink the whole beer to maybe actually have the motivation to get that going. But this is delicious. I got 1 sip left. I mean, you can definitely smell like the sweetness. It's a treat. This is a dessert beer,
Nice.
without a doubt. You would want this at the end of a meal. It's nice. It's a good, like I said, 9.7. So it's a true Imperial in my book. Good. To the last drop.
What do you got?
It could be a 5.
There you go.
5. I'll give it to
So
him.
we got a festival
It's delicious.
hosted by the first beers of 5. All right, I'm on the Minute Man.
Give him a minute.
It's
Man.
the New England style, which is one of my favorites, which is going to be a problem for the rating. 'Cause they didn't quite make it.
Oh, really?
Darn close. It's not fuzzy enough. Sorry. If you're gonna call it New England IPA, you better put some yeast up in my nose. And it just wasn't quite there. But it's still very good, decent beer, 4.25. Sorry, 3 notch.
Fair enough.
I hope you don't hear this before I ask you if I can camp in your loading dock.
In your parking lot. Well, there you go. I guess that's a wrap on Brewsday Tuesday. Mike, man, thanks again for coming in, dude. It's always nice to have an extra person in here so I don't have to deal with Huck by myself.
I completely get it. It's like the third observer, so that nothing wrong can happen.
Yeah, I'm sure nothing wrong happened.
Keeping it straight. But I guess we'll probably see you this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there you go. At the Virginia Craft Brewers Festival. Once again, it's the IX Art Park, I think is what it's called, in Charlottesville, Virginia. Tickets available. I'm sure you can just hit up VirginiaCraftBrewersFest.com.
I'll share that link on Facebook.
All right, there you go. Huck, as always, man, appreciate you coming in.
Oh.
And what's up? Real quick.
We have 2 tickets to give away.
To this festival?
Yeah, I'm going to do it on my Facebook page later tonight.
Ooh.
So if you want one, you're going to have to hook up with Huck's Beer Buzz.
You better give him the thumbs up.
I'm going to give it the thumbs up, and I'm going to randomly pick. There's a thing on there that'll do that.
All right, there you go. So be sure to like his page. What do you got, a comment or something, or what?
I'll just put up a thing, like a little contest thing. It'll roll up right after the show.
All right, there you go. And so you can do that and win your way into the festival this weekend. Cool deal. Huck's Beer Buzz on all the social media and whatnot. Obviously, Parkway Brewing Company, just right up the road from us. So go and visit Mike there. Enjoy some of their beers as well. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll get back with the tunage right here on 105.3 The Bear. Stick around.